Hey there, Retro. I see you finished the review of Metroid on the NES. Good job.
Yeah, but I'm still a monkey, so that didn't work out.
Hey, remember what I said last time? Anyways, to get you back into shape, I'm gonna have to get you to review a couple of games.
Oh yeah! Sorry, my brain is... yeah.
Right. Anyways, for your next assignment, you will be reviewing Metroid 2, The Return of Samus on the Game Boy.
Huh, guess I sure saw that one coming.
Okay, bye.
When saying it out loud, it's kinda weird. I mean, you have an NES game, and then you make a sequel for the original Game Boy. That's something you don't think about often. I mean, the only other example would be Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters. And that's it. But hey, Metroid did well enough, and the Game Boy was on fire, so it made sense. But you gotta admit it was a weird idea. So, in late 1991 and early 1992, Metroid 2, Return of Samus, was released. Will this be a good, if not better game than the predecessor? Or will the Game Boy make it a watered down experience? Guess it's time to find out. After the events of the first game, the Galactic Federation, grown concerned about the dangers of the Metroids, sent another research ship down to the planet SR388 to investigate and make sure there weren't any more Metroids on the planet. Oh, by the way, SR388 was apparently named after a motorcycle. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. After a while, they lost contact with them. Yep, they're dead. After that, they sent a search party and lost contact with them too. They then sent armed soldiers to the planet, and they also lost contact. With this information, they determined that there are indeed Metroids still living on this planet, and were deemed too dangerous to the galaxy. And with that, they went, hey guys, maybe we should actually think about this and start feeding them more people like that. And sent Samus, once again, on a mission to go to the planet and wipe out the entire Metroid species. Story-wise, it's simple. Yeah, a downgrade compared to the NES, but it's good enough in my opinion. You're given a mission and off you go. But let's see how the game plays. When you start the game, you actually get to see Samus' spaceship, and honestly, it looks really cool. They really... hold on. Is that 99 points of health? Oh my god. They did it! I'm at full health right from the start! Holy crap, and they even have spots to refill your health and missile ammo! No! They didn't! Save points? You can actually save your game now! Talk about a huge step forward, and within only the first 3 minutes of playing. Gone is the need to grind for health. Gone is the waiting to die just to get the password up. What a great first impression. Anyway, sorry about that. Let's talk about the controls first. They too have been improved upon. While Samus moves a bit slower to make up for our larger sprite on a tiny screen, shooting your enemies is made so much better now. You can crouch to get the smaller enemies and even shoot down while in mid-air just in case you're fallen. Other than that, oh, wait, they already know. Oops. She plays pretty much how you expect. The power-ups are back too. Right from the start, you've got your Lawn Beam, Morph Ball, and Teddy Missiles, which is nice. Other returning power-ups include the Morph Bomb, the High Jump Boots, the Ice Beam, the Wave Beam, the Screw Attack, and the Vegas Suit, which looks a lot different due to the lack of color. Oh, and the missile expansions and energy tanks return. Not much to say about them apart from the missile expansions and how they got really lazy with the placements. And as to why she has to collect them all again is beyond my comprehension. Probably had a crash on the way to the planet or something. And for the new ones, there's the Spider Ball which lets Samus stick onto any wall while in a Morph Ball, the Spring Ball which lets Morph Ball Samus jump, the Space Jump that lets Samus jump infinitely while in that cool jump motion, and the 2 new beams. the spacer laser beam that shoots 3 beams at once, and the plasma beam that shoots 1 at a time but is the strongest of them all and can go through walls. And just like the last game, you can only hold on to one of them. But unlike the last game, my tip is to just choose any one you want till the end game for reasons I'll explain in a bit. Even though you feel strong already right from the start, these powers make you feel even stronger by the end, and that's a good. Oh yeah, probably should talk about the goal. Throughout the whole game, the only thing you've got to do is explore the planet and exterminate the Metroids. All 39 of them. Okay, and that's it. When you pause the game, you'll be able to see how many more Metroids you need to destroy before you can move on. You see, there are these lavas that will block the way till enough Metroids are dealt with, and only then can you move on to the next area. This makes the game a bit linear. I mean, you can still get to the Metroids in any order you wish, but only the ones in the area you're in. Well, I guess this is a bad thing since Metroid is known for its exploration and everything. I'm more of a linear guy. I'm just being honest, that's all. Besides, it's still very easy to get lost in this game due to the screen size and lack of color making, no joke, everything look the same. And it's worse than the NES game. There are no set pieces. If you get lost, good luck. So yes, this is another game where having a map is pretty much required. And while it does sort of eliminate the issue like the last game, this must have been very awkward back then. I mean, think about it. Imagine sitting in the middle of the car with your Game Boy, Nintendo Power magazine with a map of the game, and a symboling on each side making sure that you stay in your side of the seat while trying to figure out where the heck you are. I'm sorry my elbow is in the way, but the Game Boy is just too small and I can't see where I'm going! Times were tough! Whew. Sorry. I think rant mode went off randomly. Anyway, these Metroids will serve as your only bosses, with the exception of this guy who has a spring ball. Once you come across them, they've apparently mutated and there are various stages. Excluding the first, there's the Alpha Metroids that just fly right at you, the Gamma Metroids that shoots out electricity apparently, the Zeta Metroids that fly around and can shoot fireballs, and the Mega Metroids, which is just a bigger and stronger version of the Zeta Metroids. All of them can't be frozen, but you no longer need to freeze them since all they need is a couple of missiles and poof. I think this is stupid. I mean, the thing that made the Metroids so much of a threat was that they could latch onto anything and suck their life away, with the only thing that can stop them is freezing them and missiles, not to mention a morph bomb if one gets onto you. With these, they're just big mad boys that just need to be shot down. Talk about a downgrade. No, really, a step backwards in evolution. Just say yes. The game looks nice, especially for a Game Boy game this early, and apparently it made a new high points for handheld games, looking just as good as NES games. Alright, fair point. Even Samus looks better than her NES counterpart. Of course, there's the issue of everything looking the same, but it's still impressive for the time. On the Super Game Boy though, well, color. Not much to say. Although the water and lava look very similar. That's lava, and that's water. Maybe it's blood. As for the music, well, I really like some of the music, but the rest is pretty much nothing. I don't know, I feel like the game could have done better. Even the atmospheric music on the NES game sounded like some sort of music. Anyway, time for the end of the game. Once you've destroyed all but one Metroids, you'll head into this place where... Wait, what the? What? We got more Metroids to fight. Who gives a crap? I'm fine! Oh, these Metroids are back. Proving my point even further. So yeah, got to deal with these too. Ice weakness and all. Luckily, you can get the ice beam right before you get to them. See? No longer need to stick with one throughout most of the game. But whatever, you get them all and fight the Queen Metroid. Though if you're worn out from fighting all the Metroids, you could drop down here and refill your health and ammo. Trust me, you're gonna need to. And after a couple missiles to the munchy Metroid mouth, all but one Metroid remains. Now where is that little hint? Oh! What is this? Oh, what's going on there? Whoa! It's a Metroid! Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Missiles! Go! 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 Oh, get off me! Get off me! Ah! Wait. What's going on? It's not attacking me? Wait. Does it think I'm its mother? With the help of this baby Metroid clearing the path, all you have to do is make it back to the ship and end the game. What happens after that is beyond me. Oh, and I didn't get the best ending again, leave me alone. And that's Metroid 2 Return of Samus. What do I think of it? Personally, I had a better time with this than the other Metroid game. Removing all but one of its issues was what the game needed. However, it does come with its fair share of flaws. Metroids being the only bosses, the rest of the enemies being kind of forgettable, and a little more linear than the rest of the Metroid fanbase would have liked. Though personally, I don't mind that one. But you've got to remember that this was on the Game Boy and it was in its second year of the system. It ain't the best Metroid game, but it's a whole lot better than the last one. So, a good game. There is the remake on the 3DS called Metroid Samus Returns, but honestly, I haven't played it yet. From what I've seen, it's a whole lot better of an experience. I think. Don't take my word just yet. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you had a good time watching it. I definitely had a good time making it. Sorry about the fan noise and everything, it's really hot in here, so yeah. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social medias like Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can support me on Patreon. Well, I'm not too sure what else I can say. I think I'm really bad at end cards. Should I keep doing this? I don't know. Bye.